Hello, everyone. All right. This live stream is going to be so here's the thing. I think most of us by now we are aware that South Africa has proposed, to put in law, to put out a law that is going to see women being allowed to marry as many husbands as they want. Yes. Now, I think we know kuti men can do that, as in polygamy. Men can marry more than one wife, and it's okay. It's acceptable by society and everything. But this law that has been proposed by South Africa, well, many people are saying, well, that is an abomination. We have never heard of a woman marrying more than one husband. Like, how does it work? How does it work? And Christians are saying that's an abomination. We have never heard of it. And also those who don't practice Christian with other religions, other beliefs, they're also saying, well, this is a first. Okay, we have never heard of a woman marrying more than one husband. How is that going to work? Okay, so the debate has been going on social media. A lot of people have been discussing and talking about it. And of course, the ones who are very, very vocal are the men. The men are saying, how can you enter into a marriage like that? How can I share a wife with other husbands? And also some other questions that people were talking about were like, are these women going to be paying, the bride price, which is the lobola, just like what the men does? When the man is marrying many wives, they have to pay lobola to each and every wife that they marry, right? So they're also asking, like, is this woman going to pay lobola to these men that she decides to marry? Okay, so there are a lot of things again. And then some other people were talking about say the woman is allowed to marry as many husbands as she wants. How is she going to manage? Especially, for example, if she falls pregnant, how is she going to do that? How is everything going to go around? Okay, so it's a very interesting thing that is happening. And then the reason why South Africa is putting this, they're saying that they want to promote equal rights. If men are allowed to marry as many wives as they want, why not allow women to do the same? Anyway, so let me know what you think about this. Hello, Ezra Chiremba. Thank you so much for joining Ziki. All right. It's actually been a long time since I came out live, but yeah, I wanted to just talk about this thing because it has been like, hype. Okay. It's the talk of social media right now. Should women be allowed marry as many husbands as they want? And this process of marrying many husbands is actually called polyandry. All right. The Xhosa Queen, thank you so much for joining me. She says, as a South African, will not be involved in this. This one is, I think they've gone extra. This is just like extra, even though they're saying they just want it to be like, to have the same rights as men. As if a man can marry as many wives, then a woman can also marry as many husbands. But I mean, like, even as a woman yourself, set up. Recently, of course, I came across a story from the United States where a young lady was saying she was married to two husbands, and she was saying now they were so happy that the two husbands accepted each other and everything. But if you just want to look at the reality of it, I don't know how South Africa plans to do it. I don't know what's in the mind of those who proposed such a law. I really don't understand it. But anyway, if, for example, a woman finds a man or men who are going to accept to be, in such a relationship, then who are we to say otherwise? Okay, let me know what you think about this. But anyway, if, for example, a woman finds a man or men who are going to accept to be, in such a relationship, then who are we to say otherwise? Okay, let those who feel like it's just something that is we call crazy. I don't know what South Africa has got so many things to fix, but instead they are continuously creating more division and more division. It's crazy, Israel. It's crazy because I don't even know what to say. that let's allow our let's make it legal. It's unheard of, okay? It's unheard of. Like, so husbands, unless these men they've got something that they also do on the side, and they're just like, okay, well, we're going to accept this thing and we will be doing our own things on the side. I mean, if it is such kind of a setup, I don't know. South Africa knows what they are doing, and I don't know. South Africa is always bringing in all these surprises on people. But anyway, it is what it is. This is what has been proposed, and many people are opposing this thing, especially the Christian institutions. Christian institutions, they're saying this is an abomination. It's evil. This thing that they're proposing is very evil. Why would we plant such kind of seed even in our little girls, for the young girls to grow up believe knowing that they can marry two husbands, three husbands, or four husbands? It's something else, It's something else, But anyway, it is what it is. We're living in a world where people just come out with anything that they just want to come out with. They don't even, they just say it, they just say it. They don't even think hard before they just say some things. South Africa's got so many other things that needs, attention, so many other things that needs to be looked at. But people would think of such a thing. I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, I thought I should bring out this one because, well, it's actually talk of netizens right now. Is trending right now. It's trending right now, and I would have loved to hear what other people think about this proposal. What can be done, especially when it comes to the things of culture? We know kuti when a woman is getting married, we know the things that you have to go through, the marriage rights and everything. So what is going to happen if this woman wants to marry a man, this man, are the men the ones who are going to be paying the bride price, or it is the woman who's going to be paying the bride price to each and every husband she decides to marry? Because this is what the man does. Since they're saying it's all about equal rights, right? They're saying it's all about equal rights. So if it is about equal rights, so then we thinking like the woman has to pay lobola. Okay, she has to pay the lobola. She has to pay the bride price to each and every man that she is going to marry. But anyway, I don't know. Men are supposed to be the heads. Okay, men are supposed to be the heads. I mean, like, this is what we know. This is what it's supposed to be. Men are supposed to be the heads. Men are the ones who marry us and pay the bride price. Now the lady wants to marry many, so what is going to happen? Who is going to pay the bride price? Those are some of the questions that we need to know. What is going to happen? Because it goes beyond just signing legal papers. It just, signing legal papers is something that anybody can do. But what about the real issues of life, of living together, of raising family together? How are you going to do it? Okay, for example, one man makes a woman pregnant. What would be happening to the other husbands? If you've got two or three husbands, they have to wait for you for 9 months to give birth, so that they can also have their chance to make you pregnant. I mean, like, how is it going to work? It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. Anyway, it's really crazy. It's been long since I had a live streaming, so I am trying to figure out what to do. And also because I used to be a YouTuber, so I'm just trying to see if I can be live, coming out live sometime, because it's been very, very long since I did this. And yeah, but I will try to see what I can do. But my Wi-Fi is okay, so I don't know what's the problem. But anyway, this is all I wanted to share with you, my friends. Let me know what you think. I would have loved to have exactly, Kosakin, exactly what surname she's going to use. She's going to adopt whose surname, okay? Or maybe the husbands are the ones who are going to adopt her surname, since she's the one who is doing the Since she's the one who's doing the marrying, right? Hi, Masi. Hi, hi, hi. Thank you so much for joining. Zizi, what do you think about marrying? About women being allowed to marry as many husbands as they want, and it's actually called the polyandry. You know, I never really bothered to know such kind of words until now. To hear that there's a word called the polyandry, and it's so confusing. It's so confused. So maybe the husbands are the ones who are going to take the wife's surname because she's the one who's doing the marrying, right? She is the one who's doing the marrying, so they have to take up the surname. I don't know if it is the how it is gonna work. Anyway, I think those who proposed it should explain to us everything, all the nitty gritties of how everything is going to go around, of how everything is going to be. They need to explain this to us because we are confused. It's actually really very confused. It's very confusing. Yeah, 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 Mercy. Hey, just concentrate on making people well pandemic and forget about all these nonsense laws they are trying to put into place. Forget about that and deal with some other issues that are there. Just yesterday, or is it a day before, the police minister Bekele was announcing the crime rate and everything. It's alarming. Those are the things that they should deal with. Those are the things that they should deal with instead of them trying to put more problems in the world. They are actually creating more problems by allowing such things to happen. Those kind of laws, they actually bring in more problems for the family, more problems for the communities, and more fighting. Every man, now imagine a house with four heads. What is going to happen? Another husband will say, okay, I want you to wear some tight jeans, some tight things. And the other husband says, no, I don't want you to wear tight jeans. I want you to be wearing dresses. And then another husband says, no, you are wearing all these dresses. They're so old. I want you to wear this. How are you going to do it? There's so much stress. One husband gives you a lot of stress. So what about many husbands? What about many husbands? How are you going to manage that? This is just like a film. It's just like a movie. South Africa is actually the way the things they propose and everything is just that crazy, crazy, crazy. But anyway, God is going to help us. God will help us. If each his own. I'm sure a lot of people will have to think twice before they venture into such kind of a thing. But of course, there's some women who are really interested in that. There's some women who are like, saying, yeah, we need to have rights, equal rights. But when we talk of equal rights and we go to that extent, well, I don't know. They know better, okay? They know better. But I know these things are happening in Israel, in pamper their wife together, they massage it, saying when it comes to going to the bedroom, I don't know how they do. Maybe they'll say, okay, you are the husband for the night. I'll join maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe they do it all together as a group. This is all I wanted to share with you, my friends. And maybe tomorrow I'll try to organize another topic that we can talk and discuss together. So right now I need to leave you and I need to leave you. So let Ziki know what you think about this. Women, are you ready to have more than one husband? For me, I don't want polygamy itself. I don't even like it. I don't want to share my husband with nobody. I don't want to share my man with nobody. So I don't even like polygamy. This polyandry thing is even crazier because I'm just thinking like one husband is a problem. One man in your life is actually a big problem. What about two men, three and four men? I can't handle that. Personally, I can't handle that. Okay. Anyway, see you. Take care. I need to sleep. It's around okay, let me see. It's around 12 for me to sleep because I have to wake up very early, to go hustle for the family. So until then, good night. See you. Bye bye. I would have loved to have someone come live with me. Let me try to share the link. Maybe I can he be here for some few more minutes. Yeah, let's see. But I don't know how to put the comment now. I don't know how to do this. Okay, I think it's here. It's been long since I did these things. Okay. No, 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 no. No, how do I put this? Okay, let me paste like this. Okay, here we go. Uh, what is happening? Okay, I tried to send the link. Okay, I just sent in the link. If anybody wants to join the live for some 5 more minutes, is okay. Then we hear their views on this issue at hand. Someone can just join. I've sent in the link. If anybody wants to join, I can hang around for the next 4 minutes. And then I can, let me see. Okay, yeah. If anyone wants to join, is okay. You can join in for some few minutes that are left, and then I have to go. And I'll see you again tomorrow. If no one is joining in, then I am saying goodbye. You know what, Kosakin, let me tell you something. South Africa is a beautiful country. You don't need to feel ashamed, but hey, some of the things, man, some of the things that they just propose, they just make headlines over, some crazy stuff. Right now this thing is trending internationally, you understand, internationally, and everybody is just saying, why is South Africa like that? Why is South Africa like that? And when some things like this come out, they overshadow some of the good things that will be happening, because people always want to concentrate on the crazy stuff. People always want to make the crazy stuff trend more than the good stuff. So this, what is happening, is actually trending because it's some crazy stuff, which is exactly what people want. People want crazy stuff to trend. So yeah, but other than that, South Africa is still the best. I mean, like in some areas, it's still the best in Africa. It's still the best. But yeah, I think this is what happens, like is a country like South Africa, everything is like, it seems like everything is working out well. A lot of foreigners want to be there and this and that. So it becomes more like a place where they just, things just happen. Anybody who wants to do something in their country that there is not allowed there, they find themselves going into South Africa, because in South Africa, it is acceptable to do a lot of stuff that are not allowed. Um, that are not allowed in other countries. In South Africa, it is allowed to do a lot of stuff that are not allowed by other African countries. So that is the reason why you find that a lot of people will just be flocking into South Africa, because they do a lot of things that are not allowed in other countries. Same applies with this thing of wanting women to marry more than one husband. I'm sure very few countries can in Africa can adopt this, but here is South Africa actually proposing it to be a law. So you can just see that South Africa accepts things that other African countries don't accept. Many other things that they accept. Unfortunately, I cannot like mention like this, but I think most of us are aware of what I'm talking about. They accept things that other countries don't accept. That is why you see those who do such kind of stuff in their countries, they run away, they go to South Africa, and then in South Africa they say, oh, my country, they want to do this to me because I am practicing such kind of thing, or I'm doing such kind of thing. So they always run into South Africa. And in South Africa, it's acceptable. When they get there, they can actually do whatever they want to do freely, because in South Africa, it's legal to do whatever you want to do. Okay. So for me to hear South Africa proposing this, I just say, well, it's South Africa. Everything is done there. This is the Sodom and Gomorrah of our time. South Africa is the Sodom Gomorrah of our time. So anything is okay there. Is okay. Anybody who wants to do anything, you just find yourself going into South Africa. But it's rather unfortunate, okay? It's rather unfortunate, because South Africa is a really beautiful country. It's a really beautiful, with beautiful people, with cultured people. But then you think it's contradictory when they start to introduce such kind of things. A country which many people admire, saying South Africa, they've upheld their I said the world is coming to an end. I am sure it is coming to an end because of what is happening. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff, yes. So many crazy stuff are happening in the world these days, and you don't even understand like what is happening. The generations to come, very soon you're going to hear that there's going to be a law allowing people to marry animals and marry this and marry that. And of course, we're going to be hearing that coming from South Africa. Yeah, no, no, no. South Africa is a beautiful country. I don't want to lie to you. It's a nice country. Only that I don't know the kind of devil that possesses those in power. It is only those in power who come up with all these nonsense things. And then they wonder why some things don't go well in a country. They wonder why people behave the way they behave. Like look at the rate of hate crimes in South Africa. Look at the rate of women being in trouble, of children, of a lot of things happening there. Just look, it goes to show that something somewhere is not really being looked at, and people are busy bringing in more laws that are going to bring in more troubles for the communities. Such kind of laws are just there to bring in more confusion, to bring in more trouble for the family, especially for the children, for the family. Because if a child is born out of such kind of, mixed thing, such kind of thing, it's just like breeding trouble for the community, just like that. But they don't consider that. They just want to say, well, we want to be the ones who are going to be leading in women rights. I'm sure even the women rights groups, they're saying, what are you talking about? Okay, they are also confused as to what are you talking about. But anyway, it's South Africa. Everything kumzansi is okay. Everything in South Africa is okay. So we just pray that God is going to help us. We just pray that us and our children and our daughters, and our sons, they don't find themselves falling into these devil traps that are being, these devil traps that are being dug in their midst. We just pray for our families. We teach our children to know better that this is how it's supposed to be, this is how it is, a man and a husband, a man and a wife, okay, woman, husband, like that, not to create some other complicated things in our lives. We don't need that. We don't need that. We already have the pandemic on with us. We need to deal with that first, with before we even have to think about all these other kind of dramas South Africa is trying to create. I don't know what's wrong with South Africa. Something is really wrong in South Africa. The world needs to come together to do a revival. The world needs to come together and do a revival and pray for South Africa, because aya kunzima, kunzima, kunzima. Anyway, so um no one is coming on the live stream with me, so then I need to leave you, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. My name is Z, and thank you so much to Mercy, to the Kosa Queen, and to Ezra. Thank you so much for joining Ziki. Yeah, kunzima emhlabeni. Kunzima emzansi kunzima. eMzansi kunzima. That's why you see crazy stuff happening there, because kunzima. Anyway, kisses. Bye bye. Good night, everyone. Let me sleep. Bye bye.